Second quarter of action underway, along with Josh Komnick. Jeff Benjamin with you, sitting courtside with Andy Fitzpatrick. You can keep up with his stats on RailerBasketball.com, and TJ Trail doing all the video shooting that you'll see later on WLConline.com of tonight's contest and each and every Railer contest. Rochester with the basketball, Josh, and the lead, 14-12. Another three on the way from Rochester, up and good again. That is Matt Yeck.
Yeah, really, Rochester has not even attempted to throw the ball in the middle, and I think you'll see the Railers really extend out because they're not throwing it into the middle at all.
And I think we've got Christian down low for an illegal screen. Tommy Harris into the contest for the first time, and one of the first times we've had to worry about that this year, Josh. 7.5 to go in the first half. Christian's picked up his second, and quickly Matt Hayes in the lineup.
Yeah, we'll find out. You know, we were not wanting that situation all year, but it has come early on, and it's a good thing maybe early on it has come.
So Christian with his second, 17-12, Rochester with the lead. And you would have to think, I don't know exactly what the shooting stats are up to date. We'll get those from Andy at the half, but Rochester just can't keep shooting the ball this well as they fire up an air ball for McMinn. But then Ferguson lays it up. That's no good. Rebound by Yeck off the glass. That's no good. And Matt Hayes clears the rebound for the Railers.
Yeah, good job. Good battle by Matt coming in right off the bench and getting into the action right away. But the Railers got to do a better job of putting a body on somebody. We're not boxing out at all.
Tommy Harris also into the contest for the Railers as well. So you got Gesner, Olsen, Harris, Cook, and Hayes out there for Coach Neil Alexander. Gesner on top to Hayes, to Tommy Harris. We saw Tommy come into the Normal West game and hit 3 big threes, so we know that he's got some offensive abilities as well. Hayes on top to Gesner. Gesner heads over to Harris. Tommy's three, left it short, ball rebound comes down on the bounce, ahead to Grant. Now to Houston, 6:20 to go in our first half. On top to Houston, they swing it around to Ferguson. Down in the corner to McMinn. Harris, nice job defensively. And a timeout quickly taken by Coach Angelo. That's already their second, a 30-second timeout.
Good job by Tommy Harris. It was started out being a good trap with two guys, and then the back kind of left him, and Tommy did a good job of staying right on him and made Rochester use their final timeout. But Jeff, we got to get out on shooters and we got to rebound. That's what's hurting us right now, where we've given up three or four threes and a couple offensive rebounds, and that's the only thing that the Railers have given up.
And like you said, Josh, the story of the game so far has been they're making most of their threes, and when they miss, we're giving them second and third opportunities. And unlike this last time they didn't, they've been cashing in on most of them.
Yeah, and we've got to do a better job offensively of getting to the basket. We're relying a lot on the three. A little more than usual. We do rely on it quite a bit, but we've got to find a way to get some easy baskets, some twos, get to the free throw line. It's going to be hard for Max Cook, and I think tonight is a great learning tool for Max Cook to show you what hitting the weight room can really do for you. He's playing against probably one of the most physical guys in the Central State as far as just all-around athleticism and strength.
Railers extend the pressure just a little bit. Rochester now into the front court, under 6 to go in our first half. It is Rochester 17, Lincoln 12. Down in the corner to McMinn. Double team comes from Cook and Harris. Swinging around, nice ball movement by Rochester. Pull-up jumper on the way, and that's up and good from Grant. A 7-0 run. We were tied at 12, but Rochester has extended out to a 19-12 lead. Olsen drops it over to Cook. Cook's going to drive the lane, kick it back out to Olsen in the corner. Jake left it short. Rebound. And we got a foul being called on Rochester, as you may have actually got to hear the official, who we've got a pretty good courtside hearing as well here.
If the ball comes this way, we're getting clobbered.
Actually, the foul was called on Matt Hayes on the rebound underneath. So Matt Hayes picks up his first foul. And then Rochester loses it as Grant has it go through his hands. That didn't happen much on the football field.
No, it's he pretty much caught everything.
Approaching the 5-minute mark, Cook to Harris, Gesner. Everything for the Railers on the perimeter right now. Nothing too much inside. Max is going to drive in, and a hand foul is going to be whistled on Rochester, I believe this time.
Yeah, and I think they're guarding us really close. I don't know why we can't get off the dribble and get to the basket, because they're not overly athletic or anything that we can't get by them and get to the hoop.
Grant out, Yek in. Cook to inbound on the baseline. Railers get the ball inbound, under 5 minutes to go. Rochester with the 7-point advantage, 19-12. Railers yet to score here in the second quarter. Harris in the left corner. Hayes over to Max. Cook looks to drive. Harris to Gesner, top of the key three on the way, off the backside, no good.
Good job by Matt Hayes, tip out.
Nice job. Max is going to drive in, contact, and he got it to go down. I'll tell you what, when you see the replay on that one, you don't know how difficult a shot it was for Max to put that in off the glass, but nice, tough play by the sophomore.
Yeah, good job and a good pass, and that's what we got to get more of it. He's 6'3" and athletic. He can jump a little bit, and we've got to get him around the rim a little more. We got to go to the basket and get some easy baskets. We've talked about it for a long time. We take a lot of threes, and this year we don't have that guy that going to make 3 or 4 a game every night. You know, we're going to be somewhat inconsistent, but hopefully we can spread it around a little more, but we've got to find a way to get easier baskets.
Free throw, up and good. Max completes the 3-point play.
And credit Mr. Hayes for that. That was a big tip out on the offensive rebound.
19-15, 4.5 to go, and a carry is going to be whistled, so nice defense by Pods and Olsen there forcing the turnover. And, you know, we talked about it in the pregame. This is an odd gym. The colors are a little off. It's a big gym. You talked about the floor size, some dead spots in the floor, it sounds like. It may have taken us a few minutes to get used to this gym.
Yeah, I hope so, because we need to make a little run right here.
Look to Olsen. Can Jake hit from the corner? He can. Spins in a 3.
And now we get it going. You know, we've always ran when the 3. When 3 goes down, it seems like the Railer defense picks up. Well, it's time for that.
Quickly, 6 in a row from the Railers. We're halfway through the second quarter. Railers have cut it to 1 at 19-18. Houston, 3 on the way. That's off long, no good. Fight for the rebound. Gesner's there. And a foul is going to be whistled on Rochester on the rebound. And again, I can't say enough here early on about how effective Jordan Gesner has been rebounding.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. You can see in his body, you can see in his arms, his legs. He spent some time in the weight room, and that's a big thing for guys anymore. You've got to get in there because, as you can take a look at Zach Grant, I mean, it's a guy who's been in the weight room, and it's definitely helped him.
So down 7 a few moments ago, the Railers with a score here can take the lead. Olsen, Hayes is going to drive in. Nice move by Matt. Kicks it out to Gesner, top of the key. Jordan down the way. By Belsic, 3. That's up and good.
Yeah, good dribble penetration by the Railers. We're not just doing everything behind the 3-point line. We're dribbling into the basket, and when their guys come and help, we got kicking out and Pod for another big shot.
So they ran off 7. Now we've run off 9, and we're up 21-19 with 3:15 to go in the first half.
Yeah, we decided to get back out on McMinn, and I don't know where the Rockets go for scoring now.
Matt Hayes is on that side of the defense with McMinn, so he's going to fire a 3. Shot it up long, ball tipped out. Houston comes down with it, down the lane, tried to get it underneath. Houston comes back with it, finds it, lays it up and in.
Yeah, loose ball the Railers didn't come up with. It was tapped around a lot and just didn't come up with that one.
Tied at 21. Olsen. Of course, the Railers playing without Christian Van Hook because he's on the bench with foul trouble. Can Pods hit 2 in a row? Yes, he can.
Good play. Coach finds when he gets a hot hand, Coach has got a number of plays for each position, and that's another one he called for Pod.
So Will with 8 here in the first half. The Railers are up 24-21. Yek is going to drive by Hayes, and Matt's going to be whistled for his second foul.
Rochester doing a good job of screening our wing on defense. A screen right at the free throw line on the elbow is what most people call it. And they did a good job. And then when you get a skip pass, then the back is one-on-one against the guard usually. And for the most part, it bodes well for the opponent.
Matt Hayes checks out. Edward Bowlby into the contest for his first action tonight. 3 on the way from Ferguson. That's no good. And high for the rebound is Pod Belsic. Will's played very well here in the second quarter.
Best half of Pod Belsic's year so far this year.
Bowlby over to Olsen. Ticking down to 2 minutes here. And we're going to have another illegal screen. I think they got Bowlby on that one.
Well, we can't set a good screen at all. We've kind of called more on illegal screens this year than I can remember for a long time.
Well, it's the second one tonight. I think they got Christian early. They got Edward there. Yeah, is it a case, Josh, where they're just looking for it more, or it's just the way we're doing it is so obvious they have to call it?
I think the refs look for it more and more now. Anytime a defender gets bumped a little bit, they've pretty much decided to call it.
Grant with a nice pass down low to Sakaro on the low block. He lays it up and in, and it is now a 1-point game.
Now they've taken Zach Grant off of Max Cook and put him on Podbelsic after Pod's put up in a couple threes.
24-23, Railers with a 1-point advantage, a minute and a half to go. Cook hands to Gesner. Gesner bounces back to Podbelsic. Will tries to make a move against Grant, but he hands it quickly off. Gesner dumps back out to Podbelsic. Olsen to Bowlby. Railers running auto motion as we tick down to a minute. Ball tipped out of bounds. Nice defense by McMinn. Railers will inbound on the sideline. 1:08 to go in our first half.
Yeah, a lot of passing around the perimeter, but not a lot going to the basket. And we've got to get going. I don't know if Coach is holding for one, but it's quite a long time to hold over a minute.
Inbound to Podbelsic. 24-23. Railers with a 1-point advantage. Gesner going to drive in. Pull up from 17 is good.
I talked about his game. His mid-range game has been 100% better from last year, and a lot of time in the gym and one dribble pull-ups. He's been money on. 45
seconds to go. Railers with a 3-point advantage. They were down 19-12 at one point in this quarter.
Yeah, looks like Rochester's kind of content to hold it for one. Hopefully the Railers, anytime it's usually over 30 seconds, the Railers can hopefully run out and get a steal.
You know, it would be key here with 30 seconds to go. If you somehow can get a turnover and a score, we start the third quarter with the basketball. Right. So you're looking at a 5 or 6 point swing here if you can get a turnover and a score.
Yeah, even though, a big basket by Gesner, and hopefully we get a big stop, and, after the stop, get the rebound.
Down to 10 seconds. Swing it over to McMinn. McMinn drives in. Out to Houston. Houston top of the key. Down in the corner. Grant high arcing 3. Shoots up an air ball. Gesner with 2. With 1. Fires it down court. It's going to come up short. Our halftime score. It's Lincoln 26. Rochester 23. We'll be back with our halftime in just a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.